today we'll be heading down to Wegmans in Brooklyn. They recently opened a new store right in the heart of Metro New York City, which I am super excited for because I have never visited a Wegmans before. I've only heard great things about them from my friends from upstate and friends that went to college upstate, and they say that Wegmans is the greatest thing there is up there, so I have to check it out for myself. I've probably been upstate with them before and they've gotten food from Wegmans, and I later on ate the food, but I never stepped foot in their market and explored what they have, their local varieties of food and all of that. So I'm excited to go into the market and check it out because this store is supposed to be huge. I'm gonna bring you guys there and see you guys later. Such a large selection of everything. There's just so much to choose from. I love it. Their mini shopping cart is super cute and even has a cup holder in the middle. I know some of my friends like to check out the bathroom to determine the quality of a place, and by those standards, I feel like Wegmans has a pretty nice bathroom. Their second floor has a workers' rest area and a lot more seating if you're planning to bring their food upstairs and dine there. Again, the layout is really similar to Whole Foods. There's even a bar. Just a few steps down, you're back on the first floor. So I just came back from Wegmans, which is around a 35-minute drive from where I live. I made myself a little sampler for my lunch. This is what we got: little neck clams, a spicy scallop roll, tuna tataki roll, and baguette, right? So I also made myself a vinegar and olive oil blend. The vinegar we got today, the olive oil we have at home already. I'm gonna dip my baguette into the vinegar and have it Italian style. My first impression of Wegmans was that it was huge. It had a large selection of everything. And by large selection, I mean like for ice cream, let's say Van Leeuwen, they had like 10 flavors. Maybe not 10, maybe like 5 to 8 flavors. They had vegan and then the non-vegan ones, so it was a large selection of that. Even kimchi, they had a few selections. And the teas, oh my gosh, for each brand of tea, let's say Tivana, they had all the flavors possible. It was a bit overwhelming. And also Oatly as well. I got my oat milk there today and they had 5 different types of it, which usually if you go to your local supermarket, there may be for milk, let's say like non-fat milk or whole milk or almond milk. Wegmans had a large selection of each brand, each item, which was really nice because you get to choose which one you want, right? They had a whole section for medicine, which is great because you may be going there for groceries and also your home goods. This is why I feel like Wegmans gave me a vibe of Whole Foods, because Whole Foods have pretty much the same sections, like the hot food section, the vegetables and fruits section, the grocery section, and then the home goods, which is like paper towels, hand soap, things like that. So in that sense, it really gave me a vibe of Whole Foods. I really wouldn't say it compares with Trader Joe's because although they do a lot of local items, Trader Joe's is more, I don't know, the vibe is just different. Trader Joe's has a lot of their own brand items. Although Wegmans does have their own brand, it's not overwhelming to the point where they have each item in their own brand, which I found that a little bit disappointing because the price marks for items in general were a bit high compared to Trader Joe's. And I don't know about comparing to Whole Foods. Some items might be a bit higher or lower. They do have items where it's cheaper than if you buy elsewhere. Alright, time to dig in because I am hungry. So I'm gonna go for the baguette first with my, I don't know why I'm carrying a fork if I'm eating a baguette, right? I'm gonna dip it in the vinegar mix that I made. Oh, this baguette is really soft on the inside but a bit hard on the outside. So oh wow, the bread has a really amazing taste. It almost tastes like white bread instead of baguette. Just to see how much I'm dipping. The vinegar is super amazing. This baguette is amazing. If you go to Wegmans, you need to get their baguettes and breads. I think it might even be the best item on this plate, although I haven't eaten the other stuff yet. 1 down, 3 more items left. Next up, I'm gonna try the clam just by itself because I don't want to use wasabi or anything to change the flavor because I want to see if it's fresh, right? I have faith in this fresh clam and it's sticking to the shell really well. I like clams in general, but I've had pretty bad clams out there. And I have to say, this clam is amazing. It's super fresh. It even has flavor, and by flavor, I don't mean like seawater flavor. It has a clam taste. Just a reminder, I didn't use any sauce, nothing. And I'm a big fan of sauces and ketchup and Tabasco, all of that. And I didn't use any sauce for it. Alright, so 2 down, 2 more to go. I don't know, I think right now the clam might be on my top favorite. Next up, the 2 sushi rolls. I'm personally not a big fan of pre-made sushi. It really got me that they were freshly making it, which I don't know if it's counting as pre-made, but this part of Wegmans is interesting because they keep on making fresh food. They even have an Asian, like Chinese food section. The sushi was really like out of this world for a supermarket. I'm going for the Tuna Tataki. I made a weird face, but really not bad at all. My weird face was to explain the flavoring of this because it's really salty, but it's really good and fresh as well. I don't know if they use preservatives. They probably did. Probably the best market sushi I've ever had. The rice is not hard at all. I think they used freshly made rice because when we got the package, it was warm on the bottom, which is really a plus side because the worst part of getting market sushi is having rock hard rice. If you've gotten sushi like on campus, if you went to college and you dormed or got a dining plan, you would know that sushi is not the thing that you get unless you're really craving it, which we're all victims to rock hard rice sushi. The rice is really soft. Like, I think the Tuna Tataki roll was $11.99. The spicy scallop roll is $9.99. I'm digging in for the last roll. It's not going to disappoint, I know it. Oh, wow. I do taste the scallions. I'm not a big fan of scallions, but they put a lot of scallions on it. which is kind of like an indication that it might not be fresh. But I don't know. It tastes pretty good to me. I'm taking the roll apart. There's the crab meat. This rice is fresh. Wegmans knows what people don't like. They know that if it tastes this good, you're gonna come back for more next time. There's cucumbers. There's not that much scallop, which is the downside. Alright, final results after eating my food sampler is that if you're heading over to Brooklyn's Wegmans, you might try their sushi because it's not bad at all. I would recommend it. The rice is not hard, which is really, really a plus. There's nothing really bad to say other than there might be preservatives because they do put a lot of scallions, which hides the rotting flavors, but for this roll, I really didn't taste anything rotting. It was really good. And maybe because I had the clam, which I highly recommend as well. The clam is in the seafood section, so you would have to buy a big bag of it, bring it home, and shuck it yourself. I really recommend the clam. It's super, super fresh and has a clam taste. It wasn't slimy, which is a plus side if you don't like slimy clams. This one's for you. It has a really bouncy and firm texture to this clam. Also, the baguette was super fresh, hard on the outside, not too hard, not like it would cut your mouth like banh mi, right? Like not that hard. I mean, if you're making banh mi, why not just use Wegmans baguette, right? If you're Vietnamese or if you just want to make banh mi, then just get the baguettes at Wegmans because it does not cut your mouth. I really like that, and with the vinegar, it was amazing. Maybe next time I'm not even gonna put olive oil because the vinegar itself was enough for the taste. Maybe I'm just really hungry, so bye guys. I'm gonna get more food.